Hey everybody, it's your boy protagonist JWa Gardening with JWa, and this right here is my Flavor Delight Apium. As you can see, pretty loaded. I'm doing a little bit more zoomed in because I'm going to check something out with you guys, but pretty good. I have a combination of covered fruit and fruit sacrifices for the birds, as you can see. Although the birds don't even care, they're brutal to me these days. And I'll show you that in a second. So Flavor Delight Apium right here. Sorry, I know it's gonna be a little bit more zoomed in than you guys are used to. And then this right here is my, what is it, a gold kiss? Yeah, he's crooked, so I gotta get him straight. But he's about, if you look, what is that, like 5 feet? Maybe 5 feet. He's about 5 feet away. And then obviously I got my rose right there, and then that's like a red clover. The clover's been out of pocket. It's been growing like, I've never seen clover grow this tall. Like, it's growing literally like 3-4 feet, not 4 feet, 3 feet tall. It's pretty crazy. And then there's a little bird bath, which I do replace every day, but it gets dirty really fast. These birds are ridiculous. On another note, this is my Indian green jujube. So it's like a tropical jujube, and it's already putting on fruit. You don't know if you can see that. See that little nub when it has that green little big part getting big in there? It means it's producing fruit. I could never get this guy, and this is just kind of give you a profile of him. I could never get this guy to freaking fruit right now where it should be. Kept fruiting in the secondary fruit season, which sucked because inevitably a lot of the fruit got damaged because of the cold. But I found out that if I go and I do a hard prune, as you can see right there, a hard prune after the last frost, this thing will leaf out and produce flowers and produce fruit in the ideal time. Now, I'll know I did this right if the fruit develop before it gets too hot and then the flower. Because what was happening was it would flower late. The fruit would start, and then it would burn up. All the flowers would burn up because it'd be like 110 degrees. So hopefully that's not gonna be the case this time. This is my whatchamacallit. Oh my God, Meyer lemon. A bunch of green old lemons, dude. That's crazy. And this is the sanguinelli. Got tons of fruit. You know what's crazy? It's actually got a good amount of citrus. I'm not even looking at my citrus right now. It's pretty crazy. Oh, but yeah, sorry, I'm gonna get distracted. So speaking of birds, what do you see right there? Little nest. So let's go this way. I don't want to disturb them because I'm gonna piss off the mom probably. But hopefully you can see. I don't know if you can see it. Now, I don't want to do any more than that because I don't want to mess with the mom. But hopefully you guys can see what was in there. Look at it. This thing's still got tons of fruit. And the birds are eating it like crazy, which is what all that speckling is. It's literally leftover guts from the birds eating all my berries. And this thing still got so many berries. That's freaking crazy. Ugh. See? So many berries. Ooh. Mmm. Oh man, towards the latter end of the season, this stuff packs like really strong flavor, so it's really delicious. But yeah, so got a bird nest going. Speaking of freaking bird nests, Jesus, look at this. I gotta weed these raised beds. There's a couple of raised beds that have just gone out of control, and I haven't had the chance. I'm either fighting the grass on the floor or fighting the grass in the raised beds. So I got to make an effort this week. Today being Sunday, so obviously Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I gotta make an effort to properly remove all this grass. This is my lemon guava, which apparently decided she wants to put on fruit. I don't know how that's gonna work out because once we get hot, it's gonna radiate heat. This is also my pineapple guava, which has decided to put on a crap ton of fruit. Probably, I mean, a lot of them are blooming. I don't know if you can see all that. So I might have quite a bit of fruit. I mean, we're gonna see. This will be my first year ever actually getting any fruit, and judging by the fact that this part's swelling, I'm gonna say I'm gonna get fruit. Here's where I might get screwed. I think the stuff right here is gonna produce, but the stuff next to the wall is gonna get fried off. Because once this, my goal is to get these, because anything that doesn't work, so this, I know it's hot hidden, but that's on purpose. I'm letting this thing kind of act as a shelter. This is star fruit. Anything that doesn't work, I'm going to just replace with another pineapple guava. And once they get big enough, the hope is it shades out this wall so it doesn't radiate so much heat, because that does cause problems. Oh, God, look at this raised bed. Oh, God, it's painful. It's painful. Ugh, get through here. You know what's crazy? This is a freaking Violet de Bordeaux. I don't know what's going on with this guy. This guy's getting a lot of growth. Oh, I guess there's fruit. But a lot of growth. This guy appears to be producing fruit, which is honestly crazy. So these right here, these should be male flowers. You want the ones with the bulbs. See, that's a female, where they had the bulb at the end like that. So that's a female. Very pretty flowers. Obviously that's a female as well because the bulb is in, but I think those are male. Pretty crazy. My mango's back, but it's way back there. It's literally, it's still the freaking jujube, right? Not jujube, I'm sorry, mulberry right here. This guy has put on insane. Look at that. From there all the way up. That is literally 4.5 feet of growth, but it grew some weird stuff out the side. So I'm gonna have to trim these guys up. I'm gonna have to trim some of these trees, including Sherry. I'm gonna have to trim her back pretty heavy. I got a lot of yard work. Raised beds come first, but I got a lot of work. The olive is growing crazy, but I'll cut the olive back once we harvest. And the weeds are growing up in the olive. That's a problem, because you can see I do in fact have olives. Now, my persimmon is interesting because it's like acting like it might have a deficiency. Now, these leaves obviously wouldn't have changed, but some of the newer leaves look better. So we're gonna see how that works. I need to stake this girl up really bad. I really need to stake this. Uh-oh, there's bees over there. Look at that. I'm causing a ruckus. These bees do not like it when I cause a ruckus. Ugh. Oh, and then yeah, I guess the blueberries are producing. I wasn't expecting anything because we're gonna get so hot, and like a lot of these are probably gonna fry off, as you can see. So it doesn't really count. This guy's doing pretty good too. It was having some issues, but now it looks like I've started to rectify it, so that's good. Let me try to squeak by. Oh. Raised beds I still need to finish. Apples, I guess not bad. I butchered the crap out of this tree. Little bug in there. So, not bad, I guess. Pretty good size. They're about baseball size right now. So that's not bad. Look at this. Those are weeds for sure. But look at, they're hiding out my little guy. You can't even see it. Yeah, she's growing back, but that's my golden nugget. I gotta. Here's what I gotta do, and you can see the mango in the back there. Here's what I need to do. I need to go through. The problem is all this stuff's on flower, so I need to go through and selectively remove these tall weeds, chop and drop them. I also need to remove any fruit these two citrus are holding on to. I also need to remove the fruit that these guys keep putting on because they're way too skinny to be producing this fruit. It's ridiculous. Yeah, so I have a lot of work cut out of me. I can finally probably get rid of all of this because when it gets wispy like that, that means it's gone to seed, the sorghum. So I should be able to chop and drop all this sorghum and just lay it down probably somewhere between these guys. I haven't decided yet. I got to figure that out. I got a lot of stuff going on. I don't think I showed the video, but I literally just pushed over a lot of the freaking Mexican sunflowers, and they just started growing up from where I laid them over because I didn't even fully cut them all the way. It's pretty cool. This is Palo Verde flower debris from the front trees, and I'm pretty sure, honestly, I don't know what the hell this is. This should be a flower, so I've avoided cutting it off, but I gotta figure out what this guy is. I'm thinking it's gonna flower soon, but you know, we'll figure that out. But yeah, let me show you. See, look at that. So it literally just from a fallen one. I think it might be rooting itself, because they only do it when they get really tall. Hold on, let me try to get up in here. Do I got any actions? I actually pulled a berry off this earlier. Oh shit, it's not the berry. Oh my gosh, I can't even. Ugh, there you are. You see that dangly? You see that dangly berry right there? Boom. It's not even zooming in. Look at that. Yeah, there's another one in there. It's actually the first time this thing's actually producing. Crazy. This is a Suriname cherry red. I got a black seedling, so I'm hoping to get food off of that. It's been a bit since I've done a garden vlog. I gotta get back into it. Ugh. Just like I said, man, these garden tests, they really start to add up. What I think I might want to do is get like some type of freaking body cam, so you can just see my vision while I'm doing yard work or something, like a GoPro. Oh, and then obviously this is my Calamondin or Calamansi. I gave up on trying to thin this chick. She is eating donuts. She's going to Krispy Kreme all the time, and I can't stop her. I can't stop it. So I've given up. I've given up hope trying to thin this girl out. She's addicted to that Krispy Kreme. Look at that. You see me chopping so I can let sunlight in for my Florida King. Florida King. By the way, these guys aren't ready till like freaking. Okay, so I did a thin video, and I was gonna finish thinning it, and guess what? I forgot to thin it. So I ended up going back to thin it, so it kind of hurt it a little bit from a production standpoint and the size. Then I bagged it, but as you can see, look at this. See, that's a broken branch right there in the middle. There are 2 peaches. I messed up on this one. I made a video about how to thin it, and then I forgot to go back and thin it, because I was like, I don't want to thin everything, so I was just thinning it in stages, unfortunately. So I'm paying the price for my own laziness. And then on top of that, the birds decided, hey, look at this. The birds decided to just go ape shit, eat all my fruit. They're savages. They don't care if I bag it or not. They're like, there's fruit there, I'm eating it. Problem is, while the peach is getting soft, it doesn't have the sweetness yet. Especially, for one, because I had it kind of shaded out, so I had to open it up a little bit. 2, these things are really more ripe towards the end of May and early June. So they get really, really soft. These are slurpy peaches. But then that's when they get really, really sweet. So in a week, these peaches will be eatable, to where I could just take them and eat them. But I don't want to. I want to ideally wait till towards the end of May, so in 2 weeks. But the birds are just vicious. They're not even caring. So that's it's unexpected brutality. Normally I'm not as worried, because usually the mulberries get them distracted, so they're focused on that, and they usually don't touch the peaches until late May, early June, and by then I've had my fill of my Florida Prince, and now I'm eating on the Florida King, and it's not too big of a deal. But this year, the birds kind of went buck wild on it earlier, and I don't know if that's because they liked the flavor of the peaches more. That's why I've been putting water out, trying to get them to drink the water, so it can't be a thirst issue, but we'll see. All right, so this video's gone on super long, rambling out the gate, but this is where we're trying JWa Gardening with JWa. And I mean, I could do a taste video on these, but I can tell you right now, their flavor is not there. So it'd be a waste. And don't let your garden task pull up, because that will cause you strife. Like, look at this. I gotta trim. Oh shit! I gotta trim this behemoth right here. Look at this. Oh, I gotta trim this behemoth. She still got some late seasons on her. See? Still got some late season berries. And the flavor's great. But I gotta trim her. She doing too much. Look at that. Oh, I gotta paint this too. The way the sun hits, that's gonna burn if I'm not careful. So, a lot of garden tasks, a lot of stuff to do. All right, I'm gonna stop rambling. Appreciate you guys. I know I've been out of it for a couple of weeks. But I'm gonna get back into trying to do my more weekly vlogs. Support JWa Gardening with JWa. Signing out. You guys have a good one.